The mind, use it or lose it. The brain is like that gym membership you keep meaning to use. Without a good workout, it's not going to win any mens sana in corpus sano awards. Critical thinking is the mental equivalent of a triathlon for your grey matter. In a world swimming with information and misinformation, critical thinking is your life raft. Think of it as your personal BS detector, keeping you safe from the intellectual equivalent of a dodgy kebab. The good news is, anyone can improve their critical thinking skills. It's like learning to ride a bike. A bit wobbly at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pure freedom. Critical thinking. What's the big deal? So what is critical thinking exactly? Is it some kind of secret society where people sit around in tweed jackets, smoking pipes and debating the existence of teaspoons? Not quite. It's simply about thinking clearly, rationally and independently. Imagine you see a headline that screams, "Scientists discover unicorns exist." A critical thinker wouldn't immediately rush out to buy a unicorn-themed onesie. They would pause, take a breath and ask some questions. Where is this information coming from? Is it a reliable source? What evidence do they have? Are there other possible explanations? Critical thinking helps you to make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and generally navigate the world with a bit more savvy. Question Everything channel your inner 5-year-old. Remember when you were a kid and you drove your parents mad with endless why? Questions, well, it turns out you were onto something. Questioning everything is the cornerstone of critical thinking. Don't just swallow information whole, chew on it a bit. Ask yourself, why should I believe this? What are the underlying assumptions? Is there another way of looking at this? This doesn't mean you have to become a cynical conspiracy theorist who distrusts everything they read. It's about developing a healthy skepticism and using your noggin to separate the wheat from the chaff. Evidence. The holy grail of critical thinking. In the world of critical thinking, evidence is king. Before you believe anything, ask yourself, what's the evidence? Is it based on solid research, credible sources, or just someone's opinion in a comment section somewhere? Look for cold, hard facts, statistics, and verifiable information. Think of it like this. Would you believe your mate Barry down the pub if he told you he'd discovered a new planet? Probably not, unless he had some pretty convincing evidence to back it up. And even then, you'd want to see it peer-reviewed. Some sources are more reliable than others. Learn to distinguish between a reputable scientific journal and a blog post written by someone who calls themselves Truth Seeker 69. And remember, just because something is printed in a book or posted online doesn't make it true. As the old saying goes, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Different perspectives. Walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Critical thinking isn't just about poking holes in other people's arguments. It's also about being open-minded and considering different points of view. Next time you find yourself vehemently disagreeing with someone, take a deep breath and ask yourself, why do they believe that? What experiences have shaped their perspective? Is there something I'm missing? Remember, everyone has their own biases and prejudices, even you. Being aware of your own biases is crucial for critical thinking. It's about recognizing that your own experiences and beliefs can color your judgment and trying to be as objective as possible. Keep your brain swole critical thinking in daily life. You can incorporate critical thinking into your everyday life. Read critically. Don't just skim headlines, delve deeper. What are the sources? Are there any biases? Watch the news with a critical eye. Are they presenting a balanced view? What's the agenda behind the story? Be a discerning consumer. Don't be swayed by marketing hype. Read reviews, compare prices, and make informed decisions. Remember, critical thinking is like any skill. The more you practice, the better you get. So go forth, my friends, and flex those cognitive muscles.